What if I told you that the Bible, as you know it today, is a result of historical erasure and racial bias? In the 16th century, Martin Luther, a slave-owning German theologian and religious reformer, was the catalyst of the Protestant Reformation. He made a bold move by removing several books from the Bible. His reasoning wasn't about theology alone. It was a calculated effort to reshape history. One of the most significant groups of texts Luther removed were the Apocryphal books, ancient writings that included stories of blackness and diversity in the biblical narrative. Luther's arguments were theological, not biological. He believed the inclusion of these books challenged the European-centric vision he wanted for Christianity. He sought to exclude anything that didn't align with his new theological framework, which rejected the presence of ethno-religious diversity in the sacred text. But why was this so dangerous? In erasing these books, Luther didn't just reshape theology, he also redefined ethno-religious identity. He removed evidence of blackness from the Bible. This wasn't just about faith, it was a racial agenda. The Apocrypha highlighted the inclusion of all people in the biblical story: Jews, Gentiles, and Africans. By removing these books, Luther effectively whitewashed the original Jews and Hebrew Israelites, forcing the narrative that the Jews in the Bible were white. In doing so, Luther didn't just Europeanize Christianity. He altered the very identity of biblical figures like Moses, Esther, and even Jesus. These figures, once depicted as having African and Middle Eastern roots, were now portrayed through a Eurocentric lens, ignoring their true cultural and ethnic identities. This was not just a theological shift, but a cultural and racial erasure. A deliberate attempt to erase the truth of a diverse, interconnected world from our spiritual history. Now think about this. What impact did this have on the global Christian community and on how black people have seen themselves in the Bible for centuries? This is the legacy that still influences us today. This history affects how we understand the Bible and our place in it. What do you think the real message of these texts is? Share your thoughts below, and let's have this important conversation together.